Aaron had been on autopilot for years. Every morning, the same coffee, the same crowded train, the same office formals. He arrived at the glass-fronted office building before dawn and left after the city lights bloomed. He could recite his calendar from memory, back-to-back meetings, quarterly reviews, spreadsheets that always promised tomorrow would be better. Promoted enough to feel pressure but not peace. After 15 years, he found himself asking questions he had never learned to ask. Who am I when the email stops? What in my life actually feels like mine? The question started as a whisper, an ache during a lunch he ate at his desk, a tightening in his chest during a holiday weekend when the inbox didn't let him celebrate. Then they grew louder. One rainy Wednesday, after a project that had consumed 3 sleepless weeks launched with a polite, "Good job," Arun sat on the office terrace and watched rainfall make the city street look like a painting. He realized he could not remember the last time he had laughed or cooked for himself or read a book that wasn't about leadership. He felt like a well-functioning machine with no idea who had designed it. He began to notice small, sharp truths. His son, Arjun, waved from school with a drawing in hand, 3 stick figures and a bright yellow sun. But Arun missed the pickup because of a critical call. His partner, Mira, listened to him explain deadlines while her eyes held a weary patience. Nights became long corridors of flickering screens and half-remembered dreams. One evening, after answering yet another urgent message at midnight, Arun sat on the balcony, the city a soft roar beneath him, and felt the question again, bigger now. Is this all there is? He weighed the ledger of his life. Salary hikes and performance stars on one side, missed birthdays and empty silences on the other. The scale tilted. The next morning, instead of heading straight to work, Arun took a different train. He told himself he was thinking. He walked into a small neighborhood park near his childhood temple, an impulse he could not explain. The park smelled of wet earth and frying snacks. An old man fed pigeons, and a group of school children played hide and seek. Arun sat on a bench and let himself watch. A little girl lost a balloon in the breeze and began to cry. Without thinking, Arun stood up and chased the balloon down the path, ridiculous enough to laugh at. He returned it to the girl who smiled like sunlight pushing through clouds. It was a small gesture. It did not change his job title or his email load, but it cracked something open, an artery of tenderness he had forgotten he owned. That afternoon, he called Mira before the meeting he couldn't miss. He told her haltingly that he felt tired in a way that was more than physical. She didn't fix it. She simply said, "Come home earlier tomorrow. Let's cook together." Her voice made space for him to be vulnerable without fear of judgment. For the first time in months, Arun slept with the curtains open. The morning light felt less like an alarm and more like invitation. Arun began to make tiny, brave adjustments. He scheduled a walk at lunchtime, 20 minutes away from the building, just him and a podcast about poets he'd admired once. At home, the ordinary became miraculous. He cooked dal and spinach with Mira, learning how she measured spices by memory and laugh. He could see routes back to pieces of himself. Hope did not arrive as thunder or revelation. It arrived as a series of lights,